Today, I will share with you some of the English movies that I have watched as part of my English learning. First of all, let me be very honest with you. When I watch an English movie with the intention of learning English, I cannot finish watching a full movie in one sitting. I cannot finish watching a full movie in one stretch whenever I watch an English movie with the purpose of learning English. Also, I take 2 or 3 days or even more than that to finish a full movie. Because otherwise, I cannot understand the story and the dialogues of the actors. But of course, I do watch English movies straight to the full duration in one sitting, especially when I watch them for entertainment. But we are not getting into that. We are not getting into the movies that I watch for entertainment. Because when I watch an English movie for entertainment, what happens is that I miss a lot of things. Even though I enjoy the movie, even though I enjoy the visual aesthetics part and all, most of the times I end up not understanding a large portion of the conversation of the actors. I cannot keep up with the pace of the dialogue delivery of the actors. It's quite difficult for me to understand certain slang words, idioms, advanced vocabulary, and the way the actors pronounce certain words when they exchange conversations. So, as a non-native English speaker with limited English knowledge, it's quite natural for me to not understand the fast-paced conversations of the actors, right? So, when it comes to watching English movies, I always categorize them. There are a certain group of movies that I watch only for entertainment. On the other hand, there are a category of movies that I watch only for English learning. Today, in this video, we are going to specifically talk about the movies that I have watched for my English learning. I will also tell you what I do to clearly understand the dialogues of the actors and why I take so many days to finish one movie and what are the benefits of doing so. We will cover all such details in this one video. Okay, so now let's start with the first movie. Out of all the few English movies that I have watched so far in my life, this one particular movie has a very special place in my heart. This is my all-time favorite English movie. Yes, some of you have already guessed it, right? Yes, it's none other than Pursuit of Happiness. It's my all-time favorite English movie. Very recently, I received a comment from one of my subscribers named Vishal telling me to do a video about movie suggestions for English learners. He suggested some movies, okay, and Pursuit of Happiness was one of them. And he suggested 2 other movies too, but unfortunately, I haven't watched that. Anyway, thank you, Vishal. Thank you for your suggestion. Now, coming back to Pursuit of Happiness. Wow, what an inspiring movie it is. It is not just a movie, it is an emotion, it is a life experience. I don't know how many times I have watched this movie, probably more than 6 times. And I must say that when I watched this movie for the first time in my life, I only had the intention of improving my English. But it ended up teaching me a lot of valuable life lessons. And of course, it has motivated me in many ways. This movie tells us that no matter where we come from, but believe in ourselves and stay positive in tough times. We will succeed one day. We will hit our goal one day. This movie is also a powerful reminder to chase our dreams and don't let the obstacles hold us back. The famous Hollywood actor Will Smith and his son Jaden Smith has done an incredible performance all throughout the film. So for those who haven't watched this movie yet, then I'm telling you it is a must-watch film, not just to learn English but to feel motivated in your lives. Okay, and so add this movie to your watch list soon. Now let's talk about all the strategies that I used to learn English while watching this movie. Like I said before, when I watched this movie, Pursuit of Happiness, for the first time, my only intention was to improve my English. Because of that, I used to pause the film many times in the places where the dialogues were too fast to understand. But what happened was that as the movie progressed, I got too emotionally involved with the story. My curiosity has increased. What happened next? What happened next? This curiosity made me watch the whole movie in one sitting. But once I got to know about the whole story of the movie, then this hungry and thirsty English learner inside me brought me back again to the beginning of the movie. And I started watching it twice. This time, I started watching it from the perspective of an English learner, where I made sure that the subtitles were on. I paused the video in the places where the dialogues are too fast to understand. I pause the film or adjust the speed, and I imitate the dialogues of the actors after them. So when I watch an English movie, with the intention of improving my English, I always make sure to have a notebook and a pen handy so that I can take notes. Like I said before, I can take notes of all those unfamiliar slang words, vocabulary, idioms, pronunciation, sentence framing patterns, and a lot of other stuff. So a lot of things are learning together, right? I post the video, I post the film, I imitate the dialogues of the actors. Imitating the actors, which in itself is a very good activity. It is a very good exercise for my jaw muscles to get stiff and trained to speak English. And then I take notes, I take all my learnings in my notebook. So it is obviously a time consuming process. So there is no wonder why I can't finish watching one movie in one sitting. So I divide it for the next few days and finish accordingly. And it works for me actually. It works for me. When I watch an English movie this way, I can clearly understand what the actors say, how they speak, how they ask questions, how they reply, the vocabulary they use, and the sentence framing patterns, along with the context in which the actors use all these in their conversations. And since we take too many pauses in between while watching the movie, we will remember the visuals and the background of the story in which the actors speak. So everything we learn and watch gets seeped into our brain. And gradually we will be able to apply all the things we learned during the time when we speak English. So the next time when you watch an English movie for your learning purpose, then you can try this method if you want to. So we were talking about Pursuit of Happiness all this time, right? This is how I watched this movie. And I must say that I have learned a lot from it. This movie has contributed a fair amount of knowledge to improving my English. I have watched this movie multiple times, and every time I watch this movie, I get this feeling that I'm watching this movie for the first time. And it always makes my eyes teary. And it equally motivates me. So I wish you should also watch this movie. I will provide the link in the description. Go and watch it. Now let's talk about other movies. The remaining movies on my list today are also available on YouTube, but they are not as popular as Pursuit of Happiness. They are just simple and small movies, but very engaging and understandable to any beginner level English learner. I found out these movies when I was scrolling through my YouTube in search of some English movies that I could watch to improve my English communication skills. Then I came across one channel called Family Central. As the name suggests, a lot of family-centric movies are uploaded on this channel. Family Central YouTube channel is a hub of English movies, I would say. They have uploaded a lot of English movies and cartoons on this channel. The first movie I watched on this channel is in the name The Storyteller. It is indeed a family centric movie with happy ending. A little girl named Abby is playing the lead role. This movie talks about the value of relationships and the bond among family members. Also, they speak very simple English in this movie, very clear. Okay. We can apply the same learning strategies here as well. You can take as many days as you want to finish this movie as per your convenience, no rush. You can pause the film, imitate the dialogues of the actors, take notes and learn. There are loads of English movies and cartoons available on this channel called Family Central. You can choose whatever you want, okay? When I subscribed to this channel called Family Central, I got similar channel suggestions. And I came across one more channel called Spark TV. Spark TV is another hub of English movies. There I watched one movie called Love, Lost and Found. That is the another movie on my list today. Love, Lost and Found. It is a comedy romance kind of movie with a happy ending. It is an entertaining movie throughout. And the dialogues are also very clear and understandable. That will of course make our English learning easier. Now, the last movie on my list. The fourth movie on my list is called Found. I watched this movie on another YouTube channel called Encourage TV. Encourage TV. It also has a lot of English movies uploaded on this channel. Talking more about this movie, Found. It is again a family movie. The story revolves around a teenage boy who was completely raised in an isolated mountain area away from all modern technologies and society. But later he happened to become a part of a family living in a city. So this movie tells about the emotions and sufferings of this teenage boy after being a part of a family. This movie also talks about the bond between family members. This movie has contributed a lot to my English learning in terms of new vocabulary, phrases, idioms, sentence forming styles, and a lot more. I'm watching one more movie on this channel, Encourage TV, which is called Not Broken. I haven't finished watching this movie yet, but I can say that this movie is about a young girl who has this problem of dyslexia, which is a kind of learning disorder. Though she is not good at academics, though she is not good at her studies, she is very passionate in painting. She loves painting. I'm sure this is going to be one inspiring movie. I wish you too should watch this movie. Okay, so these are some of the movie recommendations from my side that you could watch to improve your English communication skills. All these movies that I have mentioned so far in this video have the potential to contribute something to your English speaking skills. Okay, wishing you all the best for your English learning. See you soon in the next video. Till then, bye.